Hi guys, my name is Ivan and I'm rebuilding a sailboat named Victoria. It's a model 37 feet bucking, built in 1971 in Washington state in the US. Last episode I tried to do vacuum infusion for this particular piece and it's failed. I got air and resin started kicking up like too quick because I mixed to hard ratio, and since that time I did research of a bunch of material, and I think I know what to do. Also, I 3D printed those hose clamps, not clamps, the sockets, and I got a bunch of other materials to consider and use, and I will try to do maybe one or more two experiments before I do real kind of part. Considering my experience from the past with the vacuum bagging and vacuum infusion, I think I need some sort of like diagnostic tools. And I got this from Amazon. It's just $10 cheap. And I hope this will help me to identify the leaking spots and so on, just to want to make sure that I know what I'm doing. Today I'm planning to laminate the piece of nice soft plywood I just found in a junk bin. Make it square, rounded these corners, a little bit sanded down. And the thing is, I actually, like any smart guy, I just listen to music and read the books, listening for watching for videos, and I figured out that I need a kind of calculation, like what is the science say. And the funny thing that science said exactly those numbers I measured by myself when I did just hand layout for the resin with the 1708 and CSM, and its numbers are pretty much the same. The only thing that CSM actually is a little bit less than I normally do, but this is vacuum bagging, right? So probably overflow. So as term of this little nice of piece of plywood, I did calculation for the parts, and it's gonna be altogether about like 447 milliliters of resin, and I will maybe round it to 500, maybe 550, a little more, because the resin will stay in hoses and clamps and everywhere, so probably I need some little bit over than under. And yeah, I hope this experiment will be successful, because I know what to do. I know my mistakes I'd made before, and probably will be okay.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay? Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away.
Cause you're trying to stay strong.
Well, everything is great. I like it actually, but it feels like this hose is a little bit degraded, or it's just too bad actually. So yeah, actually I used this in a previous experiment, so I probably the plastic is not really that great as before, and I see the vacuum is going down, so I will probably change this hose with another one by now, and we'll see if it's gonna crash like this. I will just replace with a small one. I think it's gonna work. Well, I got another piece, and unfortunately it's falling down like too hard, so I need a smaller hose, and probably I'll try the bigger one, but unfortunately I put the socket in there which has a big hole, so I'll probably do some, you know, filling with this yellow tape. That should work. Well, sitting like this for 10 minutes, the pressure didn't drop any you know, millimeters. So I'm pretty much happy with this. Yeah, so I can cut a little bit less tube and mix resin, and let's do it.
Fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long. It hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
Well, a funny fact that it's stuck on 500 milliliters. It was 550, and I don't know, I got a nice vacuum. It's actually going in a little bit, but it just stuck somewhere. I don't know, maybe you should wait, but I don't really like it. What is going on? We'll just wait. Well, the resin is turning around to the another side, which is good sign, but unfortunately I have a mistake. I made a mistake, and I know what I'm doing, and I know what I'm doing wrong. So first of all, the hose I use is too shy, I would say. I need a thicker one, because this can collapse pretty much easily. I don't know, maybe it was used before or whatever. It's definitely from a kind of scrap. So maybe that plastic of the tube is not really too much reliable. Maybe I need more rigid or something like that. The second thing, I need a bigger diameter for inlet holes, because resin is too what is it? Too less liquid than I need it to, and it doesn't flow really well. And also I just noticed that resin started kicking up, so it just like getting darker. It's still okay. I mean, it's activated, it's still liquid, and I put this stuff in a cooling box with the cool water, so it's get it more slow flow anyway. So well, it just takes time, and yeah, unfortunately my previous hose just get collapsed, so I decided to change it, and I have to lock this plug in place, otherwise it just flows around. I just lost the hole I would put in the same place, so I got 3 more holes, and I got trying to close it, so my pressure is not really holding anymore, which is sucks. So yeah, it's several ways to improve it, but it's way better than before actually. I have plan, I have ideas, and it's easy to fix it. Well, the experiment with the vacuum is still ongoing. Can't say this is successful or not yet, but anyway, I have this surface that wasn't tackled yet, so I'm peel off the peel ply now, and we'll see what is behind.
Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. but I've known you too long. It hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray.
So it looks pretty much flat, much flatter than before. I don't have a texture of the heavy glass anymore. It's just CSM, very lightweight. So I think I can do the little sanding, maybe hand sanding, to remove these all wisps, you know, from peel play and smooth the edges. And at some places I have the peel ply didn't actually attach, then probably I need to sand it down, maybe fair a little bit, which is totally expectable. But overall it's pretty much ready for the painting, I would say. A few days later, I actually wanna briefly tell what happened with their experiment with this piece plywood. And failed. It's totally failed. So I came yesterday and I just opened that bag, and the resin and this whole thing was actually wet for some reason. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure really. But I struggled to get the vacuum through this system, and what I see actually, there was not enough resin in the package. So the resin, the glass is mostly dry actually. There's just no resin. So unfortunately, but it looks like it's reached the grains of the plywood, which is actually good. And as I had the struggle with the vacuum all the way, so that probably explains why I didn't make it. So, and actually the amount of resin which is supposed to go inside didn't happen, and I just cut it off, so that's why it's dry. Well, interesting experience, and I made a lot of notes why this is wrong and how to fix it. So I'm excited to repeat probably these experiments again. Well, I've been in Green Line, who sells hoses and tubes and so on, and I talked to the guys and they offered me some options actually. They offered me 3 types of tubes. One is a soft one, which I believe the same thing like I used, but the old one, it just, that one is soft probably because of chemicals run through it, but this is a little bit more rigid. The other option is the blue hose, blue tube, which is a little bit more rigid, more than the previous one, which is, I guess, have sort of like capabilities to handle this vacuum. And the third option is very hard polyethylene tube, which is super rigid, but I think that this is best option. It's just perfect. Also I asked maybe some options to connect it to the threads, and they offered the plug-in thing, not the barb type, but just a quick connect. So I might try this one too. This polyethylene tube actually, I can close by bending only, but I already printed two locks like this. Just designed myself and 3D printed it. It was nice to, you know, try my skills and make it, just design something like that. So it's entirely mine, which is cool in its own. Anyway, I might give it a try. And also I 3D printed the sockets. So this is a little bit different. It's a little bit height is a little bit more than previous revision, and the inner hole is super precise, a little even less than needed for these polyethylene holes actually, which is cool. So I'm excited to try it. But other than that, I've seen the different people doing differently. So just use this polyethylene tube and just push in that what do you call it, the screw type, not the screw type, what do you call it, the spiral tube inside of that tube, and just seal it with the butyl tape. Maybe it will be even easier, and the exit will be on the side. So yeah, a bunch of options, and probably I will reuse this piece of plywood. The wood is kind of sealed, so if I put another layer of glass, it will be fine. Yeah, unfortunately it's failed, and yeah. Well, I did a close look for this media mesh, which is actually literally shading mesh, as I bought it. And I see this is actually has a texture, and the texture tell me that if I put a flow from, as you can see, top to the bottom, there is a high chances that the film, which is on the vacuum, it just seals, and every kind of like line of this texture, and the flow will be minimal. But if I go to make it like from the left to the right, then I will have a bunch of channels for the resin to flow, and I think this is a good catch actually. Yeah, I'm sure that the professional sold kind of like medium material has a even texture for any flow back and forth like a square, but obviously this doesn't, and it's interesting. So anyway, I cut it right way for now, and I'm planning to add the resin inflow from left side and outflow for the vacuum from the right side, and just put one layer of this kind of medium, and yeah, let's see, exciting. So for that polyethylene tube, actually I just measured that spiral tube goes inside very freely, and that's probably a cool option, you know. I will probably opt out using a socket this time, and just use only tube, and tube I'll just seal it with the butyl tape and give it a try. Well, probably I don't need the sockets. I decided to replace all hoses to my system. I'm gonna use polyethylene, and also I got advice from you guys, and that probably it's not really a great idea to use Teflon tape for sealing the threads, and to use something different and more kind of rigid. So unfortunately I don't really have it with me, but I got this orange thing, which said for the gases. I bought it for the reassembling my propane system, so it's supposed to be very good. So I want to undo all these threads and make it really hard. So normally I turn like 5 turns, make it 5 turns of the tape, so I'm probably do 7 or 8 this time, and screw it in really hard. So that's my plan. It's about half an hour from last time I turned on the pump, vacuum pump, and yes, as you can see that pressure, well, it's not pressure, it's vacuum actually, holds pretty well, and the incoming line is open to the pump. And what I did actually, I redone all the joints all together, and the blank one, since I don't have the blank, actually I just put the hose, polyethylene hose, and I insert that plug from PETG I printed out yesterday. Unfortunately it's still leaking, so I wrap it with the butyl tape, and from the other end I did the same, and I would confirm that I got good sealing from vacuum pump side, which is cool. I like it. Well, this thing is sitting like this for half an hour, kind of drop test, and I see this is a success. It doesn't move at all, just stays in the same place I left it last 30 minutes ago, and I think this is a victory for me. Well, not yet actually. So I'm gonna mix resin, and we'll see how this will go. I'm very excited. Well, I did the layout on purpose incorrectly. So this side, this kind of sheet of glass is actually CSM 1.5 what do you call it? Ounce for the per square foot, and these two strips are just one ounce, and I see very clear that where's the edge happening right here. So this is much thicker than these layers. Well, that's cool. Well, I guess that's it. Success. So I see the flow is stopped here, and I still see the flow coming up through this pipe. So extra resin is sucking out. Yeah, and I got a great vacuum. Still same like before. Before I opened the valve and start sucking in resin. The only thing I couldn't get it is just why the heck I left only 300 milliliters. So initially I poured like 500 milliliters, so it's used only 200, and it's supposed to be 430 milliliters. I don't know. Feels like my formula doesn't work anymore, or something, or I probably missed something. I don't know. Hard to say. Anyway, process is coming, going, and I'll just wait for finish of this. So I'm pretty excited. Next day, and what I can see, the pressure is still not the pressure. Vacuum is still the same kind of number that I left yesterday, and I believe that this stuff is cured by now. We can do a little crash test, like cracking these holes. Yeah, it is stiff. It's way stiffer than it is. So I can definitely disassemble this stuff and check it out inside. Well, this kind of clamp is nice. It's robust and cool, but quite heavy actually. So I did a little research and I see who using what, and looks like these little things are pretty much usable for this purpose. And I want to try it. Just got it from KMS tool from local store, and on top of that I just 3D printed a different size of another size actually of the plugs. So I made the one end a little bit small and the other end a little bit bigger, and I changed the thing like I did last time, so we'll give it a try and should be fine. Well, very nice, very nice. This stuff holds the pressure actually, I mean vacuum, so I will try the plug right now and see. Yeah, it feels like the vacuum dropped off a little bit, so that plug is good, but unfortunately my 3D printer cannot make it really nice and shiny edges, so yeah, the air goes through. Anyway, I can use this butyl tape around, so it should hold very well. Not a big deal. Well, I'm really happy of the result actually. So it took me like a few seconds to sand each side, and I just a little touch up, probably shouldn't do it anyway, but it's a very smooth surface, really ready for painting. Maybe lighter, very lighter fairing required if you want a really super duper like nice look, but other than that I'm very pleased with the results, and it feels like the thickness of that layer is really small. The ratio is great, so I see that it's fully filled with the resin actually, so 200 milliliters that used is a perfect kind of amount of that resin should be there for this particular surface, and yeah, really cool. Well, I got just a piece of plywood I used, just half cut, and I just trying to compare this visually, and I see that I got like maybe 1 millimeter, maybe 1.5 maximum, just visually, and that means this is a pretty cool ratio between resin and glass actually. So I got a 1708 from each side, and on top I put a CSM. Well, this is cool, really. This is it for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave comments down below. They are really helpful. Thank you so much. Bye.